that ship's not going to crash and burn. That's kind of where my line of thinking is. How and when I'm going to say it, pushed out Dr. Jones. It's not so much I want to know the reasons. Yeah, I kind of do, but it's the timing. It shouldn't have been done 2 weeks before school started. When I ran for school board last year, I told friends of mine, this is what's going to happen.
Shaking my head, amazed at the fact that you've managed to screw yet another thing up. Manage, that's another word. You're supposed to be managing this district? You couldn't manage your way out of a paper bag. Let's figure out.
And you folks look like intelligent people. That nobody Googled his name. Nobody did any research on this gentleman. It really stinks of political favoritism. And why that someone thought she was a deliberate pick because she wasn't a strong leader. And I gotta tell you, my impression of her was exactly that. I had a difficult time making an appointment with her. I emailed her and told her exactly what I wanted to speak about.
As a fellow Rotarian and community member, I think highly of her involvement in the community in all the different aspects she's demonstrated. I appreciate her open-mindedness and including all of us in her activities. I was very disappointed at the timing of the decision that you ultimately asked for her rehire. Thank you.
I know all of you. I've worked with all of you. We've not always been on the same side of things, but we've always been able to come out with an agreement. And I've always felt that you cared about this school district and especially about the kids. Together, you have over 90 years of service to this district and to Pueblo, and you have a legacy to leave behind. What you're being accused of makes no sense to me. You have nothing to gain from this, no personal gain. Current problems in this school district started a very long time ago. And I believe you are beginning to address these problems and put this ship on a new course.
Currency on this board, and by having these lawyers, these witch doctors that tell you, well, you don't answer that and don't answer this. But you know what? The people want to know. When you fired Constance Jones, did you do it in the best interest of the kids? I can't tell you how disappointed the public is in what's happened here on the school board. Had the public known that you had an agenda and were planning to fire Dr. Jones, you probably wouldn't have been elected.
As a former school board member who has faced a similar firestorm regarding the departure of a superintendent, I know firsthand that this board cannot give specifics as the reasons for Dr. Jones's departure. The district. When it comes to personnel matters, you know what we don't know, and you took the action you believed you needed to do. Unfortunately, as Tom Farley predicted many years ago, you are catching heck from others who demand to know which you cannot share. When a city manager, county CFO, Pueblo West Metro manager was relieved of their duties, there was no demand as to why. A charter school CEO was recently dismissed, and that board was quoted in the paper as saying they could give no specifics because it was a personnel issue. Why do the citizen advocates expect a double standard of taxpayer exposure when it pertains to Pueblo City Schools?
The county's budget. I'm telling you that people in the neighborhoods I walk laugh at Dennis Mays and Anthony. That's what is on the minds of the people who voted for you. I know you're feeling the pressure, but just work the problem and get the district working in a healthier direction. You can do it. Where were they last year when we were working to put this board together? They advocated for no one, made phone calls for no one, walked for no one, and all they know is how to divide a community. Don't let them alter the direction of your hard work. They know that Constance Jones' resignation has painted you in a corner in regard to this so-called lack of transparency. So Dennis piles on a lot of dumb questions to arouse fear, suspicion, and distrust in the community. Don't take the bait.
Unfortunately, the time has come to scrutinize every personnel decision by this board to determine whether cronyism or retribution were included in the decision board has lost its moral compass and is unwilling to acknowledge the lack of dignity and respect for the valuable employees in this district who are charged with shepherding our most valuable citizens, our children. This board's behavior is cloaked and hidden behind the secrecy of personnel action, confidentiality, and executives.
I feel compelled to address the recent bashings of our current school board. It is interesting to me that these education advocates are so willing to take the word and the side of a Florida transplant who has been here for exactly 2 years over that of our school board of